Obviously this is all about entrepreneurship. At the end of the day, it's entrepreneurship. I'm going to talk a little bit about travel because we all need a plan B, C, D, E, and F, if I can really be real. And the travel industry, I would tell anyone, for those of you who don't know my story, I started in the travel industry, and it's turned out to be the absolute best decision that I ever could have made. I know other people have started in other businesses, but the one area that I know that everyone wants to do is travel. Everybody wants to travel. I don't care who you are. I don't care what socioeconomic status that you're in. Everyone wants to travel. Everyone loves to travel. It's either you can't do it because you can't afford it, or either you're too busy working all the time that you don't have time. But everybody wants to do it at some time or another. And so, being that I'm the type of person who loves to travel, God put it in my spirit to start a travel business. And again, like I said, it was the best decision that I ever could have possibly made, and I'm so thankful to him. And it's opened up the door to be able to do other things like training. Actually, one of the first things that I did after starting my nonprofit 10 years ago was I actually did catering to help to support the business. But of course now I've gotten too big, I can't do any catering anymore. But then that parlay, the travel business, was the next big thing, and then moved on to some other things as well. But I tell you, I love to travel. I don't think anyone in this room can say that you don't like to travel. You don't like to travel. I know. I guess the question that I can ask, the $1 million question is that if anyone in this room could choose anywhere in the world that you could go, and money was not an issue, time was not an issue, where in the world would you go? Anybody want to weigh in? Name some places you want to go that you haven't been.
New York City.
New York City. Hey, right here in the United States. Awesome. Anybody else? If you could just, you remember that old Calgon commercial? It said, Calgon, take me away. If you could get in your tub and Calgon could really just take you away to somewhere, where would you go? Well, that's one of the benefits that this travel industry has afforded me. Many of you know I've traveled so many places. I truly have time and financial freedom. And I think that travel is one of the main ways that you can accomplish that. But let's say it's not a business that you want to have, but you just want to have the ability to be able to travel.
Hi, my name is Tuwana Nicole, and I'm a servant of the Most High God Yahweh and a disciple of Yeshua HaMashiach. And I'm super duper excited for you to join my YouTube channel where I share prophetic words for these last days that we're living in, as well as insight on my journey to travel with a purpose. I pray that you will consider joining me as well. God bless you, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Talk to you soon.
Everyone in the room I think everyone in here pretty much almost is an entrepreneur, but really to dive into your goals and dreams, because somewhere along the line of everything that you do and building wealth and building teams and all that, you want to travel, you want to go somewhere, you want to hit, like she said, Hawaii, somebody said New York. We want to make time for play. We want to make time for relaxation. We want to make time for being able to enjoy the fruits of our labor. And so I just want to encourage you guys that to truly to begin think about how you're spending your time, what you're doing with your time. If you're working yourself a whole lot and you're not taking time to really, I say to bask in the presence of God. Because if I can be honest with you guys, this is really what it's all about. Every decision that I've made that has led me to success has been from me taking time to bask in the presence of God. And travel was one of the first outlets that I was able to use, because especially if you work in a job on a daily basis, a lot of times you get so caught up in the day-to-day that you forget that we have a creator and that we are made in his image. And then when you go to places like a couple of us just got back from Puerto Rico, to go and just be able to see how beautiful all these different places are all over the world. And you're like, wow, if God could create something this beautiful, how much more beautiful am I? That's what that. Begin to think of how beautiful how fearfully and wonderfully made that God has made each and every one of you. And there is no good thing he will want to withhold from any of us. And obviously, travel is a part of it. I mean, a lot of times we're in one part of the world or one part of the country, and we never go anywhere else. And so a lot of times we don't understand that there is a whole different groups of people, whole different people who love God just like we do, but they may reside in another country. God created everybody, every race, every creed, every color. And when you begin to travel, it helps you to broaden your horizons. It helps you to be able to meet other races and nationalities of people and not be so, I really say stay dumbed down. That's really what I say. Because when you broaden your horizons, when you learn that you're not the only group of people, or you're not the only race of people, or you're not the only culture, and everything that maybe you was taught wasn't necessarily absolute set in stone, and you begin to realize that, hey, everything is not just right here. You know, everything doesn't have to fit into that round peg. There are some square pegs, there are some triangles pegs, there are some, rectangular pegs that God created. And there's room for all of us to learn from each other, for all of us to grow. And I definitely know that travel is one of those ways that we can experience that. So I thank you guys for taking your time to listen to me this evening. God bless you. Love you. And if you want to know more about travel, please contact me.